Hello YouTube, this is AugustusLarch, and it's about time I made a timely vlog about something that happened in my area. And lately, what's been running around and topic of conversation is there's a violent death in a neighboring county involving an individual from my county. If you happen to want to get called up for any jury right now, just quit watching this, because here it is in the drug charge file. It seems like individual Matthew Shepard was pronounced dead. He died as a result of an assault. This is the person they've got in jail, Daniel Molstead. And the rumor mill's been spinning around here, and there's many amateur detectives, fancy themselves detectives, running the case and listening in on the rumor mill. And I've heard the rumor mill spinning, but I've taken kind of a systematic approach to it to build my own little case file on this whole thing. And it seems like it is a de facto homicide case, justifiable homicide for defense. But they don't want to bring that kind of case, to trial. They could bring him to trial for homicide for the person who died, but the circumstances of the case seems that there was 4 individuals from Roseau County, and this is in the newspaper, so from Roseau County, that went to purchase some marijuana for an amount of $200 in a neighboring county. This individual that's in prison right now, Daniel Molstead, he was the one that they decided that they were going to engage with, not to get drugs, but to rob him. So the 4 of these individuals, 4 of them, tried to rob this other person. And as they were beating him or whatever, as the assault was taking place, he comes up with a taser and a knife and tases any one of them, and then gets the one with the knife, Matthew Shepard, and tases him several times, which says in the paper he was tased several times and got stabbed. So these other 3 individuals leave this Daniel for dead or whatever, he escaped, or it's unclear. But later on, they collared the Daniel Molstead individual, but his other 3 friends brought the Matthew Shepard person to the hospital in Thief River Falls and just left him there. And then later on called on the phone and said, oh, by the way, he's allergic to penicillin. So I don't know if they collared any other people, but they got this one Daniel Molstead in jail. And probably for his own safety due to retaliation. And they can't bring a case of homicide against him because it's a prima facie case for the defense to go for justifiable on the defense grounds. They can't even charge this Molstead individual with assault because he didn't initiate any kind of an assault. His actions were due to the results of these other person's decision to assault him. So they tagged him with a de jure case of conspiracy to commit a drug crime in the 5th degree, which turns out to be a felony somehow. Even though marijuana has been decriminalized in Minnesota. And if they were dealing with, $200 and like an ounce of marijuana, well, it's 42.5 grams, which turns out to be like an ounce and 3/8 is the cutoff line for misdemeanor felony. But if you're engaging in commerce, that probably falls under the other felony case if it's that much. But it's pretty stupid because drug laws, they're not the cause, they're a symptom, and I wish they'd figure that out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of law enforcement people and that get paid very well to keep the drug war up and running. And look at the results. These guys I've known a lot of people that, it's the times too, they've got a black mark on their record. They can never get a regular job, so they're not going to grow tomatoes and sell them by the roadside. It just isn't swing with the gangster image. You can't see that everybody's been cultivated around these parts, around the whole world here. You know, well, I'm going to sell drugs. Well, if the drugs weren't illegal, they wouldn't be all these roughnecks roughing each other up and paying the dire consequences of taking a visit to the medical examiner, you know, before the funeral home. Either one of the two are not very good, but I mean the whole rigmarole and what it does to the whole population of the locale when we have a violent death such as this. So this is AugustusLarch, and I had to take an opportunity to make a timely vlog about something that happened in my area. Thank you for watching YouTube.